She's a Black gay woman in the automobile business, which is unheard of, and she's making it. I don't care who you are. If you're gonna drive like that, I wanna be on your bus.
During these summer months, pump out ice-cold air. Ice-cold air franchisor Ashley Butler, dominating in a male-dominated industry.
The sky's the limit. The sky is literally the limit.
I would say Ashley's superpower is she is unstoppable.
Something Ashley says, whatever it takes.
You just gotta go do it.
Energizer Bunny.
She is always climbing and succeeding.
Ashley's an exceptional visionary.
And Ashley mentors others, helping them pursue business success.
Somebody that wants my life to be better, I wanna be on their team.
Greatness is inside of you. I had done it. I had become this success story.
She will make failures simply to succeed because that's what it takes.
Building a business is not for the weak. And here comes the humble moment when you don't know what you don't know.
She lives in possibility because everything is possible.
What's possible? You know, what is possible? Well, I tell you what, my name is Ashley Butler. I am the Chief Solutions Officer here at Ice Cold Air. So we fix cars and we transform lives. I'm from Tampa. My mom and my grandmother and we lived in a little house in Port Tampa. My grandmother was very implemental in my rearing. She made sure that I was active in church. I built a lot of my confidence by serving in church. Like, I had this confidence that God loves me no matter what. And so, it's middle school, I told my grandmother, my mom, I am gay. She said, you know what, you're God's child, and I love you and he loves you. And that's how I knew God was in me. Like, he was like, you are my out of the ordinary instrument, and you're gonna play a tune that no one else understands, and so you just keep doing what I say. I'm so grateful for my grandmother for helping me create that relationship that I can have. I was in middle school. We were not rich, and so in between classes, people would want candy. I made pixie sticks. I would sell just Kool-Aid and sugar, and people would give me 50 cents for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought some candy off of her a few times.
And I had a little Maxwell House can under my bed, my bunk bed, and I would put all the money in. So I would just go under there and grab $3 or $4 out, and I would always have a little money stashed to the side.
I really got to know her in high school, and she's the same Ashley she still is today. All she would talk about was business and always trying to make money, and anything she could do, she was doing it.
Clean houses, and then I learned how to cut grass. So very young, this was organic, learning how to create a business system, a product that people wanted, a service that people always needed, and then I could create opportunities for my friends that have jobs.
I just knew whatever she set her mind out to, she was going to achieve it.
University of South Florida gave me everything. They had an initiative to bring in students with high potential and maybe not the right support system. I had the opportunity, I got my letter, I ran home, I was so happy, and my mom was like, she was happy for me, but it didn't mean everything because you gotta eat, and school costs money. I said, don't worry about it, I got it. And so the whole time when I was taking classes, I was also trying to figure out a way to make money. I actually had to take out Pell Grants, and I was entrepreneur, so sold soda machines, telecom services, Cutco knives. I started reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, The Millionaire Next Door. Like, all these influences started coming into my life, and I realized that's the way I'm gonna create the success. Yeah, so before I get my bachelor's degree, I just kind of needed a break. Went to the Panera Bread in Hyde Park, and I'm just standing in line behind who I would say is my fairy godfather at this point in the story. And I meet Alan Ayers. He's just standing in line telling jokes. And it turns out this guy's like a liquid millionaire who's out in the world trying to find entrepreneurs to become franchisees inside of his Ice Cold Air brand business. So I politely said, okay, I'll call you at the end of the semester. He wrote his number down. I get to that day at the end of finals, and I call him up.
Ice Cold Air is something that my husband started back in, I don't know, 65 in Orlando.
His entire family was in the automotive business.
You wanted to be cool during the summertime, and it's deathly hot. So he said, you know what, I think there's a business to be made in this. because what else do you need in Florida? You need auto air conditioning. It's a must. We added discount auto repair to it later. We did very well.
Maybe after knowing Ashley for 5 or 6, 7 months, he said, I don't know what it is, but she's got it.
He always could recognize talent. He just had a knack with that.
And he insisted that she be given a franchise.
It was a little small 2-bay store with a lift outside.
You know, of course, they gave her the store that had the most opportunity, which translates to the lowest performing.
It was run down, dead cars everywhere. So immediately had to come and turn a ship around. I had to learn how to work on cars. And it turned out that I can and that I absolutely love it. My favorite job in the business is technician. You're the engine of the shop. You are never done learning. And I'm a consummate student. And so I love learning. And I just started winning over customers, and I 100% rose the revenue with 0 experience.
I think it remained the lowest performing for maybe 2 weeks, and then, you know, everything shifted.
I had a target to get to $1 million in revenue. So we ran up on it, we get to the $1 million in revenue. By 2012, it took us like 6 years to figure it out. We became the #1 franchise in the organization. I was the person who was like supposed to fail the quickest. I just knew what was possible. I just lived in possibility. 2013, I had done it. I had become this success story, right?
And then she purchased another shop and then another shop.
And I thought that I knew everything. And here comes the humble moment when you don't know what you don't know. Bit off way more than I could chew. What it took me 6 years to do here, I tried to do in 6 months. So I overinvested, I over-leveraged. I thought that spending money was gonna build a business. It was a mistake. Spending money doesn't build a business. You have to be in that community, building relationships. You have to build technicians. You have to do the actual work. Money didn't solve building the teams. That was the time, from 13 to 17, the humbling, the moment of humbling.
I am Adrian Julius Butler, Vice President of Ice Cold Air. Ashley is my wife and my life partner. We do everything together.
So I met Adrian. She came into my very first shop, the little 2-bay shop, and she came in for an oil change.
My regular shop couldn't get me in, so they sent me down there. This new young girl has her own shop, and we became friends then.
I was her mechanic. Like, that's how it started. I mean, I think it saved my life. I was having pain in my business. It was around that 2013 point, and I'm just tired of this. Like, I need help.
We were friends for a long time. In 2016, we got married.
And then Adrian kind of helped me reorganize how I should wind things down, button it up, and just go right back to what was working.
Adrian lands the plane. My dad was a lot like Ashley, and my mom was a lot like Adrian.
And carried that lesson on to this day. Slow and steady.
Alan passed away in 2013. And looking from above now, he wouldn't be surprised of all of her success and what she has accomplished since she has been involved in the franchise business.
After my dad passed, there were 2 women that ran the company, and then there was Ashley.
The president she was just enthralled and impressed by what I was willing to give to the organization. Instead of looking outside of the company, they came to me and they said, what do you think about this? You've been doing it with us this whole time. How about you take the lead? In January of 2023, I purchased Ice Cold Air.
We got a phone call from Ashley, and she told us that she was going to be the new owner, and we were ecstatic.
It was just a full circle moment because the truth is that she really was my dad's chosen successor.
It just feels like an alignment because we're so true to who Alan was, him and Ashley and them meeting, and she being his protege and really being the next iteration of what it is.
It's like I failed and excelled, and I failed and excelled so many times, and they got to witness it from me being a 23-year-old kid to now a woman with a family.
I just feel like it's the final piece. It's the final closing chapter that my dad wanted.
Since purchasing the franchise, we knew that we needed a lot of things. Currently, there are 14 outlets. We're in 5 counties. There's got to be a standard. Little by little, building confidence, building processes, and you're going to be able to run your business from your phone. I want my customers to be able to book online. I want to be able to do digital vehicle inspection and put in the right people inside of the organization. Collectively, we're taking care of 100 employees, 100 families, which is a big responsibility, but it's also a great honor.
Our shops are local. They're owned by people who are part of their community. And I think that's really important to people, to know their community and to know that they have people in their community that are going to take care of them, that are owning the local businesses. We're leading a company full of white men. The good thing is that these guys love us and they know us.
I came and met Ashley. I knew her less than a month, and I could already tell how genuine she was, not only to me, but to the community.
We treat each other as family. We help each other. We share everything. I've never seen it quite like this in this industry.
A great service for a fair price. I think that it just comes down to caring, taking care of people, and treating people how you would want to be treated.
I tell Ashley and Adrian every time I see them, I love them. They tell me they love me.
Their impact is pretty extraordinary in the community, and I think that's a real big reason why there is so much success for them and the franchisees, because it's contagious.
It's so important to give back to the future, right? And so how do you do that? Well, you got to go and be where the leaders are being created. In our society, our leaders are cultivating inside of universities and colleges. And the University of South Florida was a place that had given me so much. And so it was a perfect place for me to return the tithe. Come full circle, I get to be one of those people that pay people's tuition to go to school, and it's really amazing. I'm grateful for Ice Cold Air giving me the opportunity to have a place to learn all of these lessons. And it is now my responsibility to make sure that carries on.
I'm just super grateful for the opportunity. So proud to be a part of Ice Cold Air. So proud to help Ashley carry Alan's legacy.
My family has given me so much of this confidence. Like, I can't say that I just miraculously came up with this from Ashley. It just comes through me.
She lives in possibility, because everything is possible.
It doesn't matter where you start. It's always how you finish.